You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. Dr. Seuss. Thank you to everyone that took time to come out and celebrate the life and accomplishments of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Like other many young people, I grew up in school learning about a man that changed the world. Not a man that paved his way with violence, not a man who acted wrongly on what he did, but a man who stood up for what he believed in peacefully, using his words and not his fist, using his mind and not his foot. A man that changed the world for generations to come. A man that taught me at a young age that I can do whatever I am able to put my mind to. Today we gather to talk about his early life, how he shaped our nation, as well as what his dreams were. To know more about Dr. King, we must first know more about his early upbringing. Dr. King was not just any young man, but rather a young man destined for greatness. Born into a Christian house on January 15, 1929, Dr. King's father, the pastor at a Baptist church that his mother worked at, his parents raised him on the basis of Christian lifestyle. Dr. King provided a better life for himself after high school, carrying on his education through what is required. Dr. King attended Boston University, where he got his doctorate in theology. Knowing more about how Dr. King came to become such an educated man allows us to better understand what he was able to accomplish. Dr. King was an inspiration to many. However, his words spoke as loud as his actions. Dr. King is famously known for organizing the Montgomery bus boycotts. Many of Dr. King's ideas were based off of those practices of Mohandas Gandhi. The ideas of performing civil disobedience, not using excessive force or using no force at all to get your point across. However, Dr. King was more than just a civil rights leader. He was more famously known for taking the podium in front of crowds to inspire passion into the lives of others. Dr. King did not force people into the streets. However, they chose to be in the streets supporting him due to his inspiring words. Over 2,500 speeches were given by Dr. King. An estimated 500,000 people had the opportunity to see Dr. King and listen to Dr. King in person. Dr. King inspired people to act peacefully while in his lifetime. However, his impact did not stop there. Dr. King had an everlasting dream for this great country and world. In his famous speech, he stated, "The whirlwinds of revolt will continue to shake the foundations of our nation until the bright days of justice emerge." This was not justice for one, but rather justice for all of the oppressed citizens living within the confines of this great country. Dr. King had the dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, would be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. Dr. King wanted equality and safety for all people, no matter your race, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender. Dr. King has always been an influential man. Starting from a young age, Dr. King was always around people of knowledge and power. During the mid-years of his life, Dr. King led rallies, peaceful protests, boycotts, as well as he took the podium to talk to others and get his point across Gandhi's way. Finally, on Dr. King's final day on this earth, he delivered his ever-famous "I Have a Dream" speech to a crowd of nearly 250,000, stating what he hoped the future of our nation would one day look like. Dr. King changed the landscape of our nation, so what are you going to do to uphold everything he worked so hard for?